Hey friends, let's design and embellish a totally dazzled Easter egg tree.
Hey everyone, it's Susie Lee with Lina Boutique. Come on in. Happy Tuesday. I'm not usually live on Tuesday night these days, but I thought, hey, what the heck? I'm going to be up here messing around with these eggs a little bit tonight, so I figured y'all might want to join me and see what I'm up to. We're going to pick up where we left off yesterday on Totally Dazzled. We are going to pick up where we left off, and we are going to embellish a little bit more of the tree. I've got a couple of more ideas to fill it out. All right, we got our pretty little Easter egg tree going on here from last night. If you missed the live for Totally Dazzled yesterday, this is what I started last night. We started this Easter egg tree. It has a cute little bird's nest up here with a mommy bird and two baby birds in there. See them? And I took some boxwood and tried to give this tree a little bit of life with the roses and the boxwood and a little baby's breath. Well, I got to thinking it needs more baby's breath. So I have a whole bush of baby's breath. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to fill it out with what I have left here. So what we're going to do, I got a whole pile of baby's breath. Now I get this baby's breath at Walmart in the floral department, in the faux floral department, and they had a plethora of that, but they didn't have any more boxwood, and I'm almost glad they didn't because I think this is really, really pretty. Couple things about Easter eggs. They're really difficult to put moldings and stuff on unless your moldings are bendable, which mine sort of was. I did a Formflex mold with, let me show you what I did. I've got these photo frame form, and I put my Formflex in this one right here, the smallest one, but all I did was this part right here around the edge. I just did that part, and I let it dry overnight and popped it out. I didn't do what I normally do, which is put it in the freezer and pop it out, and then put it while it's still flexible on the egg. That would have been smart. That would have been the way to go. I did not do that. So if I would have done that, it probably would have fit nicely on the egg. Well, it gave me a little bit of trouble. Want to tell you what you can do when you have problems like that. What you can do is you can give it a little bit of heat with your heat tool, and it softens it up again, and you can bend it a little bit better. Okay, and then what I did was I took, hey, did you know that the Dollar Tree sells, they sell painter's tape? Did you know that at the Dollar Tree? And I'm telling you, it's good. It's good. It's good and sticky, but not too sticky, because I got to pull the paint off your wall, I wouldn't think. But I ended up taping this because it wouldn't lay down like I wanted it to. It wouldn't, because it wasn't as flexible as it should have been had I done it while it was still soft. But I used Tight Bond Quick and Thick with my little holder here from my sweet follower sent me a Becky Morecraft sent me a some Happy Mail, and that was in it, and I really love it. Anyway, I taped it and waited about 10-15 minutes, went on my way and did some other things, and came back and untaped it, and now it is secure on the egg. So word to the wise, if you're gonna put a mold on your egg, put the Formflex, if you're using Formflex. If you're not, I mean, you can use hot glue, because that's flexible. That's real bendable. Matter of fact, I'm going to use some tonight. I've got some over here curing. But yeah, you can put it in the freezer for 20 minutes, pop it out, and put it right on your egg, and it'll be perfect. No problems, because it'll be still soft. So let's do this first. Let's do this. I want to take some of these bigger bushes of the baby's breath, and I want to connect them up and underneath the roses in here, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm just going to kind of poke them in here and there, but I don't want them showing out the other side. So I'm going to poke them in, but I'm going to do it strategically. If that makes any sense. Let's see, maybe I could use a smaller one in this. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to poke them in, and then I'm going to secure them. So we're going to have some baby's breath sticking out. Oh, that one was good. I don't see it on the other side so much. And I'm going to stick this one up underneath here. So then I'll have them all positioned, and then all I'll have to do is go in and add some glue to the mix. That's a lot of baby's breath. That looks good though, like that. If you have, that way you hide the stem. If you have one going one way and one going the other, kind of hides all the ugly, right? Okay, and this one, okay, I got one up here already, and I got that hiding, but I kind of want to put this one down over it. Or, I don't know, maybe, nope. You know when it's right and you know when it's not. Okay, that's probably already dried on there. It is. That quick, that hot glue dried. All right, I'm going to put this one going up underneath this branch. Just got to play with it, you know, got to just play with it. Hide the ugly stem. There we go. Up inside the baby's breath, sort of. So you've got two of them end to end, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back in, and I'm going to add the hot glue. Okay. Anyway, I was kind of hoping that I could put in the middle of this little frame that I put on here, I was thinking I could put, oh, I don't know. What I can do is take some of these roses off of this napkin. I got these pretty napkins that I've had for a very long time. I'm going to just separate this supplies off of this napkin. And, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the background of the egg as kind of, well, you know what I'm going to do? No, Susie, what? I'm going to take and try to create a background that's similar to this. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it's going to be similar. Oh, this with white would be perfect, I'll bet you. With a little bit of white. All right, and a little bit of green, but more white than green. And I'm going to take this little brush. I'm going to use my essential stencil brush. Even though it's smaller, I'm going to pick up a little bit of this green. This green looks like, it's called leaf green. And this is just casement white. I'm going to add a little bit of green to that white and see if I can come up. Look at that. It's already coming up the right color. You want it lighter because it's going to dry darker. Always remember that. So, that's pretty. Yep. Hi, George. I think I got it. What did I do with my... I had a stick. Here it is. Last night, I had this little stick I devised to stick it in this little hole so it doesn't bop around on me. Okay. Just gonna get in here and paint. I mean, that is pretty close, kids. Close as close can be. Well, that was quick. It dries fast, that's for sure. I might go back. Now, the front I'm not going to worry so much about, but the back I probably should. Oh, it looks pretty good right now. looking good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to take a brush, maybe this one right here. So I'm going to go around this flower with some clean water in my paintbrush. And I'm going to make like little decals out of this. I'm going to tear it. And we're going to lay it up top of the egg. These little roses. They're so pretty, aren't they? I love this napkin for so many reasons. It's very shabby chic. Oops. Don't tear it. You gotta go sweet and softly. It gets very transparent. There we go. See how much of that rose. Oh, right there. I need not much. Not too much. What will fit in there? Right about here. Go around the edge and pull that off. Seeing what's going to fit. Go around the bottom and pull that off. There we go. Look at that. All that for one little rose, but boy, is it going to be cute on there, right? It's going to fit on there nicely, and the green matches like to a T. So how about that? So, Mod Podge to the rescue. Okay, gonna get in here and just, I don't think I need this on here anymore. There we go. Take my little stick off. And I'm just gonna Mod Podge the center. Oh, you know what? Dummy me. I did it upside down. You know, you gotta paint, you gotta hang it this way. Well, see if it fits that way. It does, it does. How about that? It's better, actually. I'm just gonna tap it on with my finger. There we go. There may have been a crease, but we won't tell. We're going to make it lay down nicely. It looks like a decal. See that? Isn't that pretty? This monitor is not showing my color very well. It really isn't. I'm going to give it a little coat of Mod Podge over top. So this is one of the many ways that you can decorate your eggs. You can use napkins, you can use molds, you can use jewelry, you can use lace, you can use scrapbook paper, you can use book pages. You can use just about anything that you can lay on an egg. Not lay an egg, but lay on an egg. Just about anything will work. I have some Waverly truffle that I used last night. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit to my plate here. Yep. Just a little. You don't need a lot because I'm just going to make a stain with it. This is Waverly chalk paint in the color Truffle. And I'm going to really water it down with some clear water, like that. You want it kind of goobered. And I'm going to go in here with, you know, I'm going to get a baby wipe. That's what I'm going do because I think the baby wipe will work better for this purpose. I take a baby wipe just to make sure that I can get it off in a pinch. So I'm going to go in and dabble around the edge of that white with the brown. Made kind of a watered stain. And we're going to just wipe it off. Wax on, wax off. If you don't have your own wax or your own whatever, I'm going to do half of it and then I'm going to go back. And then I'm going to wipe it down. Oops. That stuff is potent. It's got a lot of pigment in it. I didn't realize that. But that's okay. We're going to wipe it back really well. I probably could water it down even more. See, that's really coming off. That pigment is heavy duty. And if I see it in the light of day tomorrow, I feel like it needs something extra tonight, I might add a little bit of wax on it, some gold wax. Okay, I'm going to go over this. Oh yeah, this makes it pop. A little bit of Pentart gold wax around all of the pretty spots. This is the antique gold from Pentart. Yep, I'm liking that. All right, so we got this one done, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little hanger on it. I'm going to use one of these. This is lace. If you missed last night's Totally Dazzled, I get this on a roll. Anyway, this is stretchy, so I just go like this and make a little loop in it. Excuse me. My allergies are going nuts tonight. Make a little loop like that. I'm going to take my, where is it? My Totally Dazzled pen here. And I am going to push this down in this little hole. This is what I did last night. What I did was I took half of it, folded it in half, and commenced to pushing it down inside that hole. I'm going to put a little bow right there. So what I'm going to do is put a little hot glue right there to secure it down. I am. And I'm going to add a little pretty little bow at the top. A little dab of hot glue there. And I'm going to attach it right to the hanger, the little lace hanger. That. Ta-da! Isn't that cute? I love that. So pretty. What branch should we put it on here? This one right here by this cute little rose. Put the rose by the rose. How sweet is that? Hanging right there. Looking all shabby chic, right? Isn't that pretty? I love that one. They're all so different. That's the fun part about doing this, is you can do them all differently. Okay, so I made these molds. I made these molds earlier. These are hot glue, and the reason I made them out of hot glue is because of this. See? These are little rose garland molds, and you can bend them all you want back and forth, and they don't break. It's kind of a kind of a cool thing. I didn't know which one I was going to end up using, so I made a few of them. Oh, that one's really pretty. I kind of like that. Is that too thick, you think? Maybe. This one's pretty too. And it only takes a small amount, and then I could use maybe this around the back side to finish it. This is very, this would probably work. All right, I'm going to do this. Okay, here we go. I can do the edges after. Oh, put it in the middle, right here. And hold. I'm just going to push this down really well, get it secure on here. Both sides. I left the edges so that I could hold on to it. So I'm going to go back in and add a little extra hot glue right there. And I like using the hot glue for the eggs because it's bendable. So there's this one that if I cut it, I think, yeah, right here maybe. Cut it right here. Okay, I'm going to cut it at a point. Like the other side's kind of at a point. And then it'll fit from side to side here. So it'll connect. Yep. Oh, come on. Maybe I'll just do it this way. Make a little beeline here. And connect it that way. Wrong one. There we go. Perfect. And hold. But this will work. Okay, so the bottom half of this I'm going to be doing in this sea breeze kind of a color. And don't get scared, because I'm going to tone it down with some of that brown when we're all said and done. But I'm going to do that. I know it's hard to tell, but it is cute. It is cute. I'm going to do the first half and a little bit of this raw silk. It's kind of a creamy, dreamy white. I'm going to do it in that color. So the whole thing is going to be in that color, all right? But the bottom half is going to be in that teal color. It's called Sea Breeze. That'll be nice. Okay, this is by Fusion Mineral Paint, and it's a really pretty creamy white. I don't know if you can see on this camera or not, but I'm going to get into the nooks and crannies here of, I should have put this in here. Hold on, please. There we go. I'm going to do the mold as well. Very European, sort of, I do believe. Okay, let's try it out. By Tree Susie Zane it's a kit, my friend, from Totally Dazzled. It's a kit. It comes with the tree, the base that lights it up, the USB port. You can put batteries in it too. It comes with hangers and little, you don't have to hang it with lace like I'm doing here. It comes with ribbon and hangers. I just like the lace. I think it's pretty and shabby chic looking, so I put that on there. But and it also comes with a dozen eggs. Comes with a big B7000 glue. It comes with a package of Aurora Borealis, they call it the Shimmer Stone, from SS30 size to SS8, the smaller ones. And it comes with a package of Hot Pink, SS10 Bling, and it comes with a package of Light Pink, SS10 Bling. That's a good deal. That's a really good deal. And it's a kit. You can get it, and you can use my link in my link tree for Totally Dazzled if you wouldn't mind, because I do earn a commission being an ambassador for them. So anyway, yeah, it's a really cool thing. So anyway, I added last night when I was on my live, I added the roses and a little bit of baby's breath, but tonight we secured some more baby's breath on there. You can see it's getting very nice and full. I put a little nest, bird's nest in there. It turned out cute. All right, so yeah, I can take that off now. One more paper towel here. I want to get in there and get some of the spots I couldn't see from up underneath. Good thing this paint dries fast. It's very fast. All right, I've got this napkin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off, like I did with the other one, just a little section of it. These are pretty. I got these on Amazon. I think you can still get them. They have all kinds of pretty napkins on Amazon. Okay, so this is going to go on the top. These little flowers. All right, and I'm just going to go around them with the water. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the other napkin and just create like a little, oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't take the plies off. Susie. Susie, Susie, Susie. I'm getting ahead of myself. Did I get something on me? I sure enough did. Tell you what. Good thing I got good detergent. That's all I can say. Okay, here we go. Just pulling the napkin where I put the water, just around the flower. We're just going to go ahead. Once this is painted, we're going to just use this as kind of a decal on the top. Some pretty flowers, some pretty roses. I could paint some roses on some of these. I could do some of my painted roses. That would be pretty. Okay, here's a little rosebud right here. I'm just going to set it aside as I'm pulling on it. Here's some roses there. I don't need a lot because this is a small area here, right? Just a small spot. Let's see. I could take a little Mod Podge and add that. On the cream. I'm not going to paint the top, this part. It's going to go against the cream. A little bit of Mod Podge is going to hold it on. This will be the big part here, right over top. Just like that. Tap, tap, tap. Tap it down. Pushing it into the Mod Podge. Take this piece over here. Just going to piece it in. Very simple. Super duper simple. See, like that. And of course I'm going to trim it around the edge with my brush. go around the edge, and I'm pushing it down into that mold, but then I'm going to pull it off. Just that little bit. A little bit of water. Get it down into the mold. Tapping it in with my brush around the edge. And that's it. As simple as that. It'd be nice if the lighting was better in here. But, you know, the bullfrog had wings, it wouldn't bump its butt on the ground when he hopped. So there's that. Oh my goodness gracious. Cracking myself up. All right, a little bit of Mod Podge on top of that. I mean, you don't see much of that napkin, right? Very little. Sealing it up, sealing the deal, and letting that dry. Okay, then on the bottom, and I covered the hole, so I'll have to refine that. That's easy to find. I can kind of see it already. I can see it. There it is, right there. Right there. Found it. Found it. Okay, isn't that pretty? Look at that. So pretty. Okay, we're going to put that green on the bottom. Remember I told you we're going to use the Sea Breeze on the bottom. If I can open it. There we go. And you don't need a lot because it's just the bottom. Why am I so messy? Wow. Older I get, the messier I get. For real. For real. All right. Turn this upside down here. We're going to do this side in this pretty, isn't that a gorgeous color? I love that color. But it matches. I'm going up underneath the mold. It matches the the teal in the, pretty close, in the napkin. Going up underneath the mold and making sure that that's covered. Can you see how that matches? See the green leaf in that, and then the Sea Breeze? It just is a match made in heaven, I think. And dry that up. I think I'm going to put the fine line crackle. If I have two brushes that are dry, I think I do. Clean and dry brushes. You need two clean, dry brushes to do the fine line. In fact, I think before I even do the fine line, I think I'm going to do the that watered down technique with the truffle. Get in there because I want these flowers to be antiqued looking as well with the brown, with the truffle. Then dry it up real quick, and I'm going to add the fine line crackle to the bottom. But I can hang on to this, actually. I can hang on to the mold, to the center. I need two clean brushes. Y'all ready for fine line crackle? Isn't that a pretty blue? I just love it. It's so pretty. It matches the blue and the, well, it sort of matches a little bit. It's going to match better when I get the crackle on it, I think. Okay, so this is a two-part thing. This is two parts. This is part one. Part one is a very creamy, almost like Mod Podge, creamy white. It goes on white. And if we can get it open. Okay, I'm going to hold on to the mold like this. Go in with a clean, dry brush. That's real important. And you're going to go in and put a nice even coat of the white all around. Just like this. Okay. Then you're going to go to the bottom half. Now, I've never fine line crackled over the Mod Podge. I don't know if it's going to give me trouble or not. I did hit it with a Mod Podge, but we'll see. If it does, it does. At least the bottom will be fine line crackled, and it'll look like porcelain. It'll look like a porcelain egg. You know how the porcelain teacups look, all little cracks in them, tiny little, sweet little fissures in the porcelain. That's what happens with this. It's not the crackle finish that gives you the big, thick farmhouse looking crackle. This is very finessed, if you will. Okay. And we dry it up.
Okay, now this dry time takes a few minutes because you want to make sure that the piece is completely dry and cooled a little bit before you go on to part two. So just be patient and make sure that the part one is completely dry before going on.
Just gonna make sure it's not. I'll let it cool for a second before I add part two. And this is the varnish, part two, and it's just kind of a amber color varnish that you get. And I'm just going to go in with another clean dry. It's got to be clean and dry. It can't be wet. It's got to be clean and dry. And this goes on nice and thin. Okay. Nice thin coat of the varnish. Like that. Looking good, looking good. Where's the lid? There. And this has to dry. Now, see how pretty and shiny that got? Oh yes, that's going to be pretty. Now, what happens here, here's where the magic comes, as you're drying this, you'll see little tiny fissures, little tiny fine line cracks that happen over it. And it's so pretty. It just looks like porcelain, you know, like old porcelain. Been around the block a couple of times, right?
Now part B takes even longer than part A to dry because you want to make sure you're seeing those tiny fine lines appearing before you apply any wax to it.
Let's see if I can see it. Yep, it's in there. It's like ragu. It's in there. You can see it very, 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 very vaguely. You'll see it really well when it's when I put the wax on it in a minute. But this has to be pretty dry before I can move forward. It's going to be gorgeous. So this might be one of my favorite ones here. All different ways you can decorate these with bling. You can bling them. You can mold them. You can put little tiny frames on them. You can use the Totally Dazzled applique, the little tiny, we did one last night with a little applique on it. That was pretty. Hey, I think it's dry. This one right here, we took the little applique and put that on with the cross. That was really pretty. What other one did we do? Oh, the one with the cross from the Random Acts of Kindness pack. That little cross there has like a little loop in the back, and I threaded the lace through that, and so pretty, right? And use that as a little belly band. I'm going to take a little bit of the paste on my finger. I'm going to get myself out yet another baby wipe. Get my fingers dry. Right there. Okay, this is a gold, antique gold paste wax from Penta Art. I'm just going to, now watch this. You probably can't see the little crackle in there, but when I start to do this, you will. I just go over it, and what it does is it antiques the color. As well as you see the fine lines in it. Okay, as soon as I pull it back here, you'll see all the pretties. I hope. There they are. There they are. I see them. They're coming through. Okay. I didn't do the bottom half yet, but I'll show you this. And wax on, wax off, Daniel son. Okay, it's hard to see. They're tiny. They're really tiny. These are smaller than usual. Can you see them if I'm holding them up close? Can you see all the little tiny, tiny cracks in there? I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're there. I'm going to go over this part as well with the gold and wipe it off. I don't know if you can see any cracks in that because I did that with Mod Podge. But you can see it. I'll take a picture of it up close and personal, and you'll be able to see them in the light of day, I think, a little bit better. Yeah, there they are. It looks really, really pretty. I like the antique vibe going on with this one. See there? Can you see the cracks? I don't know if you can even see them. It's so hard to see in this lighting. It irritates me that y'all can't see it, but I will take pictures and you'll see it better. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a hanger on this, and then I'm going to show you one quick thing and call it a night for the tree that I'm going to do to make it a little more shabby chic. I think I'm going to do this one with a satin, not a lace, hanger. Just cut, I don't know, like 8 inches or so, and I just make a knot in it first. Like that, just a loop knot. Pull it down toward the bottom. And I take these two and I kind of make a point on them like this and like that. I like to hit it with a little bit of my fire because it'll seal it and it won't fray while I'm trying to push it down in there, right? So I'm going to take my little Totally Dazzled pusher, my little picker pen, And then once you get some of it in there, you can just add a little dot of glue and it'll hold nicely. Just a little. You can use B7000 if you like. I did that on a couple as well. Okay. Bring it on back here. Bring it on back. All right. So this is what we have for this one. I think that one turned out really, really pretty. Very old world-ish. Old world slash shabby chic. That's what we're doing here. And I started this last night on Totally Dazzled, but we're going to finish it tonight here. Well, not finish it. I've got more eggs I could put on. And we added some baby's breath. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it up here. It'll be prettier. Hanging up top here by the... No, I don't want it hanging there. It's too close to the other one. I want it to have its own spot. Its own prominent spot. There we go. Right there. Found it. You know when it's right and you know when it's not, right? Right there. So we did that one tonight. And we did this one here. Right here. With the little rose in the frame. The Formflex frame. But what I did was I made some little bows that are going to go on the ends of some of these branches. This is just ripped up. Actually, I sold these the other day on Craft Around the Clock. We did a marketplace. I sold these in batches of, I think there were 10 in a batch. But what you do is you can make you know, the shabby bows with this, but I'm just going to make a shoelace bow like I've been doing here. And I'm just going to make the shoelace, regular old shoelace bow. This was like 8 or 10 feet long. So anyway, that's what where these came from. And so I'm just going to make this little, tiny little shoelace bow. I'm going to make it really tight and then I'm going to pull it small. I want these loops really, really small. There we go. Like that. Because they get big once you pull them again. And then I want these really small too, the little, there we go. That. Okay, and then this is really pretty. It fills it out really pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these. I got 5 of them now. I've already made four more. So I'm just going to take this cute little shabby chic bow and we are going to add it here like on some of these branches. I'm gonna put them where I want them and then I'll secure them with a little dab of hot glue. There we go. There we go. I love it. And I've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eggs on here. No. Yeah, I got 6 eggs on here, and there are 6 more yet to be done. It comes in a big bag here, like this. And you also get a package, what they call a gross, 1,444 of the SS10 hot pink, and you get a package of the light pink. So that's a really good kit. That has a whole lot in it. Anyway, we filled it up with the roses, with a little bit of boxwood, with the nest. This has only got 6 eggs hanging from it, but I think adding the baby's breath, really filled it up and made it look a little more tree-ish, like a pretty tree, like a pretty shabby chic tree, right? So, like I said, and this took me about, this is SS16 bling. It took me about 50 minutes, not quite an hour. It took me about 50 minutes to bling that one. And then this one has all different size, SS30 down to SS16. It's got SS30, SS20, and SS16 all intermingled. And that took me about 40 minutes to do, or 45 minutes. So it was time consuming, but well worth it. As you can see, the bling factor on that is gorgeous. Picks up all the pretty pastels because it's the AB stones, right? And then this one was, last night we did with using an essential stencil little transfer, and then I used the Totally Dazzled stencil kit, this one right here with the cross in the middle, and just add, and it's like a little loop garland. Yeah, so that's it. That's it, guys. I think it turned out really cute so far. I got more to do, but thanks for hanging out with me for quite a while. I think I'm going to go get some dinner. It's dinner time. It's past dinner time, but I wanted to do that with y'all. I'm going to do this too. I want to show you this, how I'm going to display this. I bought this at Walmart yesterday. I'm going to whitewash this. I'm going to whitewash it. I'm going to clip the handle off. And I'm going to put, He Is Risen, I think, on here. And then this is just a little banner I created from some fabric I had. And I'm just going to add it to the basket. I might furl it a little bit. You know how, when I'm saying like a ribbon furled, like that, you know, kind of. And then I will put this inside of it. So, with some moss around it so that it kind of hides the base. You know, the base is just kind of, or if I don't do that, I could just add some more flowers to the base and cover it up. I could do that as well. And I might still do that as well. So there's an idea for you anyway. Okay, guys, have a good night. Have a blessed night. Love you all so very much. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a good night. Bye-bye.